And I think, okay, hold on. They're flexing it. They're flexing it.
All right,
Okay.
gyrocopter. I mean, yeah, I guess to some degree, but I think the gyrocopter is most likely to be carry for Colma. It's not a carry I remember too much, honestly. But back when Aggressive Child kind of came into the scene, gyrocopter was just trash. So I'm not surprised. I don't remember it from that time. I feel like it's really solid against Axe though, and it's pretty good against Clockwork as well. So not too bothered by this. The Axe Marana combo is actually not that great against heroes like Gyro. If you can't pick up a save to help you out, having the Ags is the best way to deal with these initiations because you can heal back up thanks to the Ag Satanic.
This is an interesting one
Okay,
here
Spectre
with the
picked up.
Spectre pick. Lots of AoE damage, of uncontrollable damage, of course, on the snap, on the gyro, means the Spectre is always going to be a good bet. You can haunt in and find the Spectre, especially even as a core, may or may not be, always initiating. Maybe they're considering this is going to be an offlane Snapfire. Have you seen that before recently? An off snap?
I certainly have not.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to Funix plays. I mean, when Funix was back in Hustlers, did we see offlane Snap or did we see offlane Snap this season
So
ever?
Hustlers was a season one team, Eastern European DPC, didn't do very,
Where Funix was
yeah,
playing?
they were season one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where Phonic was playing, I don't
Yeah,
believe we
season one.
did, mostly because Snapfire wasn't really picked outside of SA. And I think maybe
Yeah.
that was the biggest reason, right? Season two was the big Snapfire season, and he wasn't on that org anymore. So I don't know.
I, don't know.
We can.
I think Glock maybe sue from wanting to play the mid snap, but I feel like offlane snap is actually worse against Glock. Like the more farm you give it, the less you have to play around kisses, and the more you play around the rest of your kit, right? So I think
Yeah,
that mid snap is still best here. Spectre is very annoying though to deal with Snapfire and Gyrocopter. Blade Mill Spectre is so good this game, so
yeah.
good.
And that's one of my concern is I don't know where we put it. Maybe we're gonna take a book out from Tundra, a page. Sure, we'll take a book out of the library of Tundra. Why not? Of Nine's Midwinter Wyvern, and then we can still put the Snapfire in as a support. Do you like that versus
Nah,
Spectre?
I like Snap mid. I think the bans actually on Viper and Necro are just like Viper offlane can still be played as well. And
Yeah,
you're just thinking, right, what counter spec? Like what beats Spectre? We protect this pick pretty solidly. Now you need some sort of percentage damage. You really only have Winter Wyvern. I'm thinking of offlaners that can provide that to you, and honestly you have nothing like to deal with Spectre.
yeah. I mean, obviously, of
No
course,
percentage
Viper also
damage.
bringing the break, right? Which with two passives, you're gonna want to take care of. That's another option here. I don't know. I think we're out of natural breakers though. I think especially because Nyx no longer carries one. Wow. Uh,
Oh, that's an ads classic.
It
He actually is
is.
a really good Zeus player. Noob also plays the Zeus, but I think ads is a bit more well known for this. Interesting. Honestly, very interesting draft by Into the Breach.
I like it.
This is a global strat. Haunt plus Thunder God's Wrath is a huge amount of damage to most of the team. Great against heroes like Winter Wyvern.
I really like this because one issue we really had with this draft before the Zeus pick was if someone was in Cold Embrace, not really much you could do about it, to be honest. Marana could leap in, set up the arrow, sure, that's all fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be healing up. And if this last pick is was to be something super tanky, that might be very problematic. But I don't know what you pick here. I don't know. Do you just go for something like an offlane DK then to wrap it up? Because that still gives you a third core to maybe go into, just look to do your best in the lane. But
Yeah,
against the Zeus, it's tough.
Offlane DK is not bad. Centaur's pretty good for closing the gap. Darkseer, okay. Actually, similar idea to the Centaur that I was mentioning. The Darkseer has an advantage over the Centaur, though, which I do like a lot. This is going to be the mid lane Sapphire for sure. Which is that you can take an illusion to the Spectre, right? So that's very important. That's a good way to counter her. In the lane, you're going to make her life hell, honestly. She's not a very good laner against Nyx plus Darkseer. And you can run at the Zeus with this. I like this. I think Spider Pigs has solved some of the issues in their draft. I still think Into the Breach actually has a really good draft, but judging by the playstyle last game, I would still give it to Spider Pigs. But I will say that I think Into the Breach has the better draft overall.
I am slightly dubious of mid lane Snapfire, mostly versus the Zeus, to be honest. I think it does have issues. We've got ways of closing the gap. Nyx Assassin can be particularly annoying for a Zeus as well, of course. Lots of AoE uncontrollable damage. Darkseer to close the gap. I don't know, man. Like you said, Snapfire is another one of these heroes where, yeah, you can give her more farm and make her more independence on just using the skills for the damage that they do and playing more around them as a hero. But you got heroes that still counter this. Like Clockwork is great. Spectre, Axe even can be super annoying. I am gonna side with Spider Pigs though, because I think they really kind of outshone ITB in that last game. I think they kind of rolled them over, to be honest, in game 1.
Okay, I'll give ITB a chance then. Let's go ITB.
All right.
Let's show this American up. I mean, I know you Brexited, but in my heart, you're still Europeans. Let's go.
Let's go, indeed. We'll see here if they can bring it home for game number 2 into the breach, as we'll be getting underway here in just a bit. I don't know, man. It's what? Because again, it's very similar to the Lina, right? This mid lane Snapfire, where you're very positioning based, and you don't really like you don't like having people close the gap. I think that's what the Shard is all about, and why it's so strong on the Snapfire. Gyro versus Spec. Not too bad, is it, for really either? Gyro's got a lot of AoE damage. Spec's going to do a lot of it back to him, but eventually you just get Satanic and lifesteal through it and try and get some damage in, or is that kind of... That's basically the game plan here, right?
No. I mean, the matchup does benefit Spec ever so slightly. It's not an auto win, but it does benefit. It's not like a TB, but nope. Maybe there's 2 squares.
Maybe they can. Just maybe. I think we don't need those 2 squares.
Can we try?
That's what we were looking
No, I don't think so either. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, amazing. Nice. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like the... I feel like the squares can be taken away. No, I feel like the Spectre versus Gyro Copter matchup is not like impossible for Gyro. Not having a natural breaker does suck though towards the late game. I still give a slight edge to the Spectre because of the area damage. It's just so difficult for you to conjure the real Spectre before. But you also don't die quickly to her. So I feel like you just build up as tanky as possible. You go for Satanic. And genuinely, it might be a consideration at some point to build up a Silver Edge just so you can burst her down. Because Gyro's not weak to that. You don't have that kind of counter. Like, even if you go Heaven's Halberd and someone on ITV, he's still fine. But if you get a Silver Edge, you actually can burst on the Spectre pretty decently. Especially if you have a Darkseer illusion.
Here's what I want. And this is going to sound like a meme, but I think this is genuinely maybe... Not very genuinely. Maybe this is an outcome, right? We get the Shard on Funnick. We go Blink Dagger into the Shadow Blade. We normal punch this Spectre. You get the stun and the break in 1. Plenty of damage. Darkseer with a very respectable int gain. One of the 2 melee int heroes in the game, so they had to do it to him. I'm liking that. I'm actually kind of... I mean, yeah, why not, right? Otherwise, you know, yeah, Nyx Assassin, sure, just break him. Doesn't do that anymore on Vendetta. Maybe they should add that to the Shard or something, but... it's a bit difficult here right now as far as getting a break goes onto the Spectre.
Yep. I agree. I actually don't mind that Darkseer choice. I mean, I usually don't like what you say, but I think that was actually a pretty good idea, the Silver Edge option here for the Darkseer. I mean, obviously it's a late game option, right? But the Shard is pretty good in general.
I agree.
And then you go for the Blink Dagger because that allows you Shard. And then you go for the Silver Edge, you would actually punch the Spectre out into the Stratosphere. I like it, honestly. I think you might be onto something.
I usually am. I'll tell you what.
I usually tell you you're not, though. Like, I really want to make this clear. I don't want you to think that now I like you all of a sudden. Because of this choice, right, Richie? I don't want to get in your head.
I get it. It's 1 brownie point, but you know what? Soon it will be a brownie mountain. We shall see.
What, you mean like a tray, right?
What do you mean a brownie train? What kind of
tray? Not a train, like a tray of brownies. Where do you have brownies? It's in the oven, right? Like that's where you make them.
I mean, I don't know. That's a bit of a personal question, don't you think?
What is a brownie to you? Is not the chocolate thing?
Yeah.
The dessert
it's a fudgy chocolatey dessert. Yeah, they're delicious.
Okay, you make them in baking trays.
I mean, I'm not willing to disclose that. I'm sorry. It's a bit too personal.
The battle begins.
I mean, coming from the guy who refuses to share his sleep schedule with me, it's too personal.
Noob?
Noob is gonna die.
He's in trouble.
Oh no.
Oh!
Nyx is coming. Oh, nice impale. Never mind. Noob is fine. Noob is fine! Because the NZ will die for him instead. No, they're both gonna be okay. Noob did lose a bunch of HP early, and now he feels pretty bad. They should probably give him a salve or something if Nyx has one.
Yeah.
Oh, Nyx has one.
Yeah, he starts with boots. He should have given him a tango, though, for sure. I mean, actually, the lane's not gonna be... Oh, look at this. A good play from Fishman. He was waiting nearby on the cliff to see if he can get a cheeky first blood. He doesn't need XP top lane. Spectre is going to be fine level 1 versus this Ion Shell, so yeah, good play. I think Noob's going to be fine. As long as he stays within magic stick range. Yeah, he's already up to 4. He'll be okay. Laning versus a Zeus, level 1, no big deal. Just free stick charges for you.
Yeah, that's true. This was only made for farming these days, right? Like, it used to be a huge lane dominator. I think now, you still get lasteds, but the idea is just farm as much as possible and be useful in the mid game. You're definitely not here to try to destroy the enemy mid laner. Which is good for Snapfire, to be honest, because she usually does need a decent lane to get going. So she's going to be happy with that. She's not going to kill the Zeus, I don't think, unless he makes a mistake, though. Actually, yeah, a good place Cookie can really put a Zeus in a pickle. Once she gets 6, I don't know what he does against Mortimer's Kisses. He has to put at least 1 point in Thunderbolt, or Lightning Bolt, sorry, just be able to cancel out Mortimer's Kisses.
I think we'll see it. I think Thunderbolt's got a lot of good uses this game. Because I think we could use just a casual TP cancel. Arrow takes some setup, Blink Dagger on Axe might not be ready in time, Spectre can't help there. And it always sucks to commit a hook shot or if Fishman's not nearby to immediately get the battery assault. I could see it. De-warding value as well. Like, 1 value point, it's just, it adds so much. It always sucks playing support versus a good Zeus because they remove all the good warding spots from the map and you've got to get really creative with them.
Yep. I would agree. Also adds to your damage output early when you can actually use your mana effectively, right? So I do agree with that notion. So you have your pretty solid lanes in general, once again, for Spider Pigs. The question is how well they can utilize them. There's the Cookie attempt, right? It's just to kill out some Teak, but it's the top lane where they actually get the first blood here for Spider Pigs. Once again, their laning phase is just on point, and they really, really want to make sure Fishman cries.
Yep, I think, I thought ITB were joining in the...
Yep, Koma is like, guys, ITB as on Teak. I love that Koma joins in towards the end. It's like, can I be part of this? Yeah, go ahead, you're part of the team now.
Absolutely, so did ADZ, right? TP's coming back top lane, shouldn't be anything too crazy here. Nyx and Darkseer though, man, if Brownies and Fudge Chocolate are a match made in heaven, this is maybe one made in hell if you're a safe lane player anyway. This one is terrible to play into. Especially for 2 melee heroes. Even though Clockwork normally loves melee matchups, this might be one of those good exceptions. Bot lane though, Koma with the arrow out from Tanner, not enough damage. Fairy Fires, he's going to be able to stand his ground and fight. Tanner burst down on the Rocket Barrage. And even top lane.
This shows to me as a Gyrocopter player. Funnick, okay, he could be in trouble. There is a Nyx though trying to tank these battery assault hits, and he's being very unlucky actually, but the punch from Funnick does get the kill. Did he get the Iron Shell on the Nyx? He did, so actually Low Plump could die as well. We do have a Mana Burn, Pycarpus as well. Low Plump can now turn and hit him, and he's going to get the kill. DNC tried to de-aggro the tower did not want to be de-aggroed. DNC took so much unnecessary damage, but he got Lil Pleb.
He got Lil Pleb.
Sometimes it does bug. And it doesn't work out, so.
Koma, down bottom? Oh, he's not going to be as lucky.
Bottom lane, Koma. He's going to die. Yeah, so I was going to say, the earlier play showed that Koma is a Gyrocopter player indeed, because only a Gyro player would turn around and try to get that kill, right? That's knowledge of your hero, knowing how much you can, like, to what extent you can push the hero, and how well you can utilize the Rocket Barrage early, so I'm point for that. I'm hyped for this match then for Koma.
Yeah, I agree. I think yesterday I saw that in the OG match for Sumail, where he was playing Drow Ranger versus someone. And it was like I was watching a StarCraft player where he just like calculated, oh, I know if you attack me this many times and I attack you this many times with my modifier, I'm going to win this trade. You've got Fairy Fire. Like, it was just like watching these things, right? And that's when you know someone is really, they're out here taking names. They're thinking about every single last decision they make. And that's the mode you got to be in here to get it through these qualifiers, especially now that we're in the lower bracket. So well played, Tacoma. I like that you point that out. But here, yep, double Ion Shell level 2.
Yep. Oh, Fishman. And DNZ's like, no, please, not the cogs. Alright, he gets away. Funnick is also an incredible Darkseer player, which is why he got a similar play with a punch. It's just that, that's looking scary now. Let's see if he can find the kill here against the Spectre. There's the Impale first, double Ion Shell. They do have Surges, but good cogs to push him away. Instead, it's Malik who dies in the bottom lane to LeBron Soda's Arctic Burn. Now, we mentioned this earlier, but the lane from Axe against Gyrocopter plus Wyvern is not that easy.
No, it is not. Well, Fishman is doing his best here in the top lane. I will say I'm really impressed by how much impact he's able to kind of impart in this lane. Even though, of course, he has taken a death here, or 2. Might even look for a cheeky kill onto Funnick. We don't have enough mana for Cogs, however, so Funnick free to go now, taking a couple of extra assaults out from the battery. Some extra servings of salts.
Battery assaults?
Yeah, some extra servings of battery assault, because it's salt. A pinch? I don't know. The pun, not really there.
It's really not there.
But the urn is here.
But if Fishman keeps hitting him, he's going to be charged with assault and battery.
I like it. I like it. Bot lane, rotations. Malik in trouble. Kisses raining down, and that is going to be a kill for Coma. Bot lane. Surprised that Noob decides to rotate down bottom, to be honest. Again, making the Chris Luck play of TPing bottom. I don't know if Chris Luck started doing this. I saw him do it in this one game, and I was like, who does this? But a very good play. Just surprising the Axe from range and able to assist in yet another kill here onto Axe. He's going to have to make the walk of shame back to the lane.
I mean, he wasn't the first guy to see it. You're going to make big go before me. But I do like these ideas of it more, especially this game, because if you can control the triangle, the only way a Spectre usually can recover, honestly, is by going Blade Mail and then into the Ancient. So by taking over the triangle, kind of a better value choice this game, especially if you're Radiant, who, like, usually as Radiant you want to play the top side of the map, but naturally Dire will sometimes just give you the bottom side of the map and then actually take over the Radiant triangle themselves. So if you can actually put control over this to stop that play from happening, you might be able to just take over the whole map altogether as Spider plays. I like this. I don't think it's a bad idea.
I think it's great that you point that out, and I want to commend you for that, because LeBron, even as you were saying that, he kind of circles right in here where he sees the Mirana currently going for a stack. Look at Tanner, dude. Tanner from high school trying to stack with the Enchanted Arrow, which of course does not insta-kill Ancients, but miscalculating it there. So he didn't stack the Ancient. He did stack the hard camp here, however, and now he will be joined by Fishman. So they will cross the river, smoked up, looking for a kill here onto the mid lane Snapfire.
Alright, this kill is valuable. ITBS did a really good job last game of finding kills even when they were losing, so I'm hoping to see the same thing this game. Let's see Tanner. He's certainly looking for Noob.
Noob?
But Noob knows this, and he's actually keeping his distance really nicely. He has Mortimer's Kisses, by the way, now, so he's actually going to be able to kill ads if they get a TP here.
Tino, okay, surged up.
Like, go kill!
What?
Go kill! Yep, they come in. Cookie as well. Missed the cookie. Kisses. Actually missed the arrow as well. Ads regrets using that cookie so early. The cogs actually missed. Fishman's going to regret that himself as he gets a couple extra kisses on top of that. DNC still looking for the kill here. Has the Mango set up for the Impale, but will decide it's a bit too difficult. Splinter Blast will miss, and Fishman will get away. They do kill ads though, which is what they were looking for anyway. Another win for Spider Pigs, I would say.
I'm really surprised that Fishman made that mistake. Unfortunately, I have to call it what it is.
Yeah, me too.
You cannot cog pushback Snapfire when she's kissing. You have to hit her with battery assault. I don't know why. It just is the way it is. So he did not miss the cogs. As you can see, as soon as the kisses ended, she got cog pushback. Okay. Yeah, it's just like a, I don't know. Yeah, so just a bit of a mistake because he.
So it just doesn't push her is the case, right? It doesn't push her at all.
It doesn't push her at all, right? Because like you can use cogs to cancel TPs, right? So you'd be like, oh, you can use cogs to cancel Snapfire kisses, but you can't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Interesting. I actually did not know that.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I'm surprised Fishman didn't know that because he's a really, really darn good player, and of course Snapfire's been out for a long time. So, little mistake. I think Zeus was dead no matter what. He was trying to get the counter kill. It happens, right? But yeah, just a little Dota interaction that is one of these really, really weird ones for some reason. It's the same thing like how you can doom a Hoodwink and she'll still keep charging Sharpshooter.
Oh, that's an interaction that you can't cancel Sharpshooter. You can tornado the Hoodwink and she'll shoot in the middle of the tornado wherever she's spinning. It's actually a crazy thing to watch. Like, it's just like, the best way to actually deal with a Sharpshooter is like the last 2 seconds, try to use her and tornado.
Okay.
That's the best way.
I actually really like that. I really like that. So that should be some Dota content.
Or you block it with your body.
That should be some Dota content. Kind of just blinking into the middle of an enemy fight and then using Wind Waker and trying to kill them still with Sharpshooter.
Oh, that's awesome. That would actually be really cool to watch.
Yeah, I know. Someone get on that.
Coma? Fishman is nearby. I don't think he's going to be able to defend this. In fact, I think Coma's just going to take this tower with the help of DNC.
I don't think we're in position, unfortunately, to do the same down bottom here. Axe is starting to cut waves, but he's had a really difficult time, so he's basically in full recovery mode. Has the Vanguard going for the Blink Dagger next, but lots of magic damage here to burst through him, really just super easily, right? And even farming as far as he is now, yeah, he's going to have to cut this one last wave and probably head back towards his side of the river, because the threat of the Nyx Assassin is constantly looming, especially with such a strong start for Dino, who still manages, by the way, to give his Darkseer great experience top lane, and still managing to get level 6 on the Nyx Assassin. He's having an incredible game right now.
Yeah, he is. I agree. Dino has been doing a really good job of both space creation and also canceling enemy team space. And now you have 3 cores, they're more fun than enemy team's 3 cores. But a good recovery mechanism for ITB that we haven't touched on yet. However, yeah, there's no chance for Malik here. The poor guy's gonna get bursted down. The Mortimer's Kisses, again, used to cancel the Axe. Probably because they just acknowledge that Axe is much stronger early. Like, Spectre will recover regardless.
Yeah.
But killing Axe is important.
I actually think this harkens, oh, maybe not, hook shot into the mid lane. This one is going to be on Como. They're going to haunt in on an ADZ, free to just lay in the damage. Nice usage of the spells there, and in fact, he's going to haunt aggressively. Okay, it's going to work out because we don't have any mana here on the Nyx Assassin to go any further. Tanner is still on the high ground here. He should get this dewarded relatively quickly. He's going to just go for the courier kill, but he missed uphill once. They didn't even get the deward yet. They're going to kill him first, or at least try. There's now a surge coming in from Funnick, pulling him back down, but Tanner leaping over the cliffs, down to the river he goes, and he's a bit too fast here for the rest of Spider Pigs to catch him.
Okay. They don't get more kills, but I think the kill on Axe is already worth it, and they can continue to just murder Malik every single time. That is giving an away space to Spectre, but she has to go and carry this game alone then, without the help of the Zeus or the Axe. I mean, ideally now you start fighting ADZ as well.
Shadows take
Like, no,
us.
I'm not letting you have this. What do you think? What? That's my creep. You what, mate? You touching my creeps? My goal.
You touching my creeps. Yep. Top lane, hook shot. It's going to catch Coma here. Into the Cox he goes. Tanner set up for the long stun arrow here, but actually Coma, he's doing more damage than he's taken to 2 heroes as well. Here's support for ADZ. The close range Thunder God's Wrath is going to end up in a bit of a pickle for him here, unless, they've got Curse. They had to use it to cancel the TP, but a very, very well worth exchange here. It is the 2nd death, though, in a row for our Gyrocopter. So ITB not very much in the business currently of letting this Gyrocopter farm.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of canceling him, so they don't have a late game right now, but since, I think because Noob went for the Boots of Travel, he's a bigger concern, honestly, than Gyro. He's your space maker right now. He's capable of actually pushing out the lane super easily. He's farming like crazy. Funnick, I think, is a similar pool. So ITV can't just deal the Gyrocopter and call it a day. They have to kill Noob as well. I'd even say that there's going to be a point where, honestly, Noob is a bigger concern to Spectre than Gyrocopter is, once you get the talents for Lil Shredder.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, I would say it depends on the builds, right? But I think Noob going for the BOTs is looking to scale, right? This is not going to be your Ags Rush mid lane Snapfire that we used to see in like 7.27, I want to say, or something was the last time we really saw this hero in the mid lane in this regard. No, but you're totally right. These level 20 talents, in case you don't play Turbo Mode or if you don't play Dota 2 Overthrow, Little Shredder uses your attack damage, and then another big one at 25 with the 3x multi-attack. A couple of teams, I think even OG once, if I dare even use the name, used to run Core IO with a Snapfire mid, because eventually they would link up and you would just be doing so much damage, right? Especially with that Wisp 25 talent. It was pretty ridiculous. It's no joke.
Honestly, yeah, and like the Snapfire mid is useful without those kind of steroids whatsoever. I mean, especially if you build it for it. And I feel like this is the case this game. And with the Snapfire, the way she's playing, I do feel like Noob, seeing the Sanj is definitely just going for this kind of build.
Like it. This is, don't worry, we're not missing kills. We're missing a big old farm fiesta, however, as Coma is going to just get a big old net worth injection. What is this going to give him then? It's going to give him his Ags. It's a straight Ags rush here, Avo. Not even completing a single Wraith Band. Just phase boots into Ags.
I think this is the best way to play the Gyro, honestly. I actually think this is the Hector build. No joke. I know I mentioned him every cap, but this is actually the build that he popularized. The Slippers of Agility straight into the Axe is the most efficient way to farm the Axe immediately, and this amplifies your farm so hugely. So I'd much rather see this actually as the build for Gyro. I actually think we see a lot of Gyros do this nowadays, like at least the ones that do play Gyro, they know this is the most optimal build, so... Yeah,
I like it. I like it. The Ags Rush as well for ADZ, of course. This Nimbus is going to be super useful at any stage, really, especially in canceling Snapfire Kisses. I think that's a huge ability. It's really nice as well for finding a Winter Wyvern if she's waiting and hiding in some of these trees to try and counter-initiate with a Curse. And not like that's going to be too big of a problem anyway, because we have a Spectre who can haunt and kill her, or, of course, a Clockwork who can scout her out and look to hookshot in. They're going to look to go bottom, though, onto Dino. It's a smoke gank, and they wanted something big, but it'll have to do for now, even using the haunt. It's about everything here to ensure they get the kill. And we'll go.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And hopefully they can take a tower from this and at least expand their territory a bit. It's not like ITBS could be completely crushed, but of course this is at the cost of Koma getting so much farm right now. He's recovered nicely from those 2 jets. Yes, at the expense of his other 2 cores though. And they got trapped to get more vision. They were hoping to kill the Winter Wyvern, but Koma gets saved there by a nice little smoke.
Yeah, really good smoke play. Nice job. Of course, no abilities. Well, skill shots are going to hit you. But, oh, okay. Paul in the mid lane. There's a big old creep wave here as well. Noob going right back in with that cookie. Fishman nearby as well, but he's only going to be the target now of the Winter's Curse. Koma's finished off Tamer elsewhere. Oh, great impale off the back end of this, and that's a very easy fight for Spider Pigs after the curse is set up. Nice job there, LeBron.
Yep. It is a pretty big initiation here by Spider Pigs.
Yeah.
Difficulty for Into the Breach. I'm not really sure why they went into that. I mean, I know there were creeps, but like, you're not going to get the kill there against Snapfire. She went first time, dude. She's actually going to try and punch first at the end, a bit of a tank snap. And you're most definitely not going to get something good off that play in general. They have too much counter initiation. They actually kill ads. Funnick just, I think DNC ran him down with the Iron Shell.
He was... I apologize. He was... Look how... What? Incredible.
It was the Iron Shell, dude. It was the Iron Shell, my goodness. That's insane.
All right.
The damage that the Iron Shell did was as high as the damage Nyx Assassin did as a whole.
700 damage.
That's insane. Zeus is very vulnerable to this. That's why I love the Darkseer pick. You can just run at the Zeus. He has nothing to escape this. He needs a Blink Dagger, but it's going to be promptly cancelled by the Iron Shells. He needs maybe a Force Stab, but that's also not going to work too well. It's tough. It is a tough game for the Zeus.
Yeah, I feel like he...
I'm glad Ads has confidence, but it's not... Confidence won't save him.
It will not. I hope that Zeus's next shard, because I think it is going to change. It's like this really weird jump thing that helps you throw an extra bolt or something. Like, it's not good. He needs some sort of mobility that is so situational, but not that situational, because this one is just too weak. It's just a little bit too weak. I just never see a reason why you'd ever get the shard.
Yep. I agree. The shard also against the Nyx is just going to kill you, right?
Good point. Yeah,
you never want to do that either. Like, it's tough. You need Force Staff for Blink Dagger from ability. I think the Nimbus is a good idea to at least stay off the fights. Like, at least you'll be useful this game. But it does come at the cost of completely your survivability here.
Yeah, and it's going to come at the cost of a lot of map control. Because, like, right now, outside of these hook shot, haunt, or axe initiations, we don't really have a great team fight to be thrown towards Spider Pigs. And Spider Pigs, no. They're all grouped up as 5, basically, already. You know, we do have Noob rotating away, finding farm in between. Same thing can be said of Koma. You know, he's the one getting all the farm. But the rest of the team, right now for Spider Pigs, they're like, we can fight you guys whenever, wherever, right now. We're all 5 together. Come on in. It's when they start to separate themselves against a lineup like a Zeus, Clock, Spectre, you know, Axe. That's when you start getting into trouble here, even with a 4K net worth.
Yep, but because you've already gotten a lead in resources, you can afford to stay together a bit longer, just because you know the enemy team is just not farming that fast. So even if they divide themselves and try to take the advantage, the utmost advantage of you staying together, it's still not gonna be sufficient. So you actually have a sizable lead now as Spider Pigs that was key to keeping up the lead in the mid game and playing this way. DNC dying, not that big a deal. I mean, it's a kill for sure, like good for ITV, but it's not the kill you're looking for. That's it. They know they want to go and kill Gyrocopter or Darkseer at least. Hell, Snapfire would be great, but I don't think it's possible right now.
You know, I mean, you could tell how desperate he is for farm. Like, that play, it's not him flexing, hey, everyone, I have got Ags. Like, the Ags reveal on Zeus ain't much of a thing. It's him wanting that extra 220 gold, right? It's not much, but it's really, that's what we need on this Zeus. Unfortunately, he whiffs it, so he doesn't have the Nimbus for a little while. So now Spider Pigs playing with the knowledge of this Zeus Aghanim Scepter being online.
Alright. I don't know if Aether Lens is good enough. I really do think Force Staff is the name of the game here, but okay. Aether Lens will at least keep a bit farther away from the fight. Skoma continues to push this tower into the breach. What are you gonna do? Defend? Are you gonna defend this? I guess first is the question.
Fishman might decide to go for it, but I think it's gonna go down take fast. Well, minus armor, man. Minus armor on this little shredder is always very nice versus structures. And that's the bottom. Sorry, make that mid and top outer towers already taken down. Still well within 1.5 minutes left of this Aegis. Yeah, and we can see just a little bit of a
Koma is like, all right, I'll take your Nimbus then. You take my TP, I get the 100 gold back. There you go. It's a net. It's equal in the end.
It's,
Just a bit of TP on
are they
gold.
90
Good
gold?
arrow though.
They are 100. Wow. Thought they were 90 still.
No, TPs are 100.
No, you're right. It's an even trade, 1 for 1.
What are you judging my European maths?
Yes.
It's not like your NA maths, mate. We go to uni here to teach maths. Like that's why you
Teach math.
That's why you think we get taught addition, of course.
Well, see what confuses
to get taught math,
confuses me is
learn.
why there's an S at the end of maths.
Because what is it? One math or multiple maths? It's plural. It's maths.
Usually I'm good with just one math. You know, just
Right?
one integral is enough for me.
Would you say it's it mathematic or mathematics? Right? That's what they always taught me in the UK. And I was like, oh, mathematics. So it's maths, right? It's like, I guess. I guess. It was very aggressive. That was the second most aggressive conversation. The most aggressive conversation is definitely the aluminum versus aluminium.
Oh wow.
That is oof. That's a heated discussion.
We're about to have a heating discussion here. Coma. Oh, he's going a bit far, actually. But didn't even overextend, but we couldn't find the Wyvern in time. Moonlight Shadow is here, but that's not going to stop him from still applying the Winter's Curse. That'll sniff out Malik, and into the back wall combo
nice
we go.
vacuum.
Kisses on top. Kona finally can start fighting. The call's going to come through, so down he goes right as Aegis expires, Avo. Malik finds a second with the dunk. He might just make it out on 60 HP.
He lives. Man. Malik on point this whole game. That splinter match should have been on anyone but him, though. That was a mistake by LeBron. But anyway, overall, these off-laners are really winning the fights. I feel like the choice of the gyrocopter, if I'm going to walk in and hit things, was maybe not the best one. Maybe your strategy should be more around, like, not just going in the middle of the fight.
But he had
and
Aegis,
dying,
Avo.
but
He had Aegis.
especially with the Zeus. Yeah, but still. Like, I get it, but, like, he's going to kill you second time, right? Like, ads? No. I don't know. That wasn't the greatest fights for Spider Pigs, but I think it still shows their domination, particularly from noobs. Like, noob is being the true carry here. Even if Gyro has farm, the true carry right now really does look like noob more than Cole.
You what, mate? Mounting! I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Wonder. Oh, they're gonna go right back to it here, actually. A little bit more damage. Dino looking to give some follow-up now to Coma. I mean, ITV, they just... That was their team fight. Like, that was the team fight with the Haunt, with the Nimbus, with Thunder. That was everything here. And still, Spider Pigs, they recognize us. They're ready to go yet again. Sure, we don't have the curse. We might not have kisses, but we do have vision on ADZ, and we've got a Nyx Assassin to just absolutely run him down. Double Ion Shells, not enough damage, actually. Dino's going to fall. Vacuum is going to catch 2 as the Scatter Blast from outside out from Noob will be able to cut down ADZ.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, the Spectre comes close, gets the Wyvern, and the Windrun might die. Call that used, one is on top of that, Death Blade fails. Now the BKB's activated, though the Blade Mail no longer useful, as no Pleb dies. Fishman does hook shot the Noob, and Noob's like, thank you? I was looking for this kill anyway, and he's gonna get it.
Yeah, that's what that tip is about. Dino's a nice little tip onto Fishman.
Man, Fishman will get so many Dota Plus shards this game.
Getting quite a few, isn't he, unfortunately, with the Clockwork performance. Noob and Coma right back to work then, continuing to push. There's a Moonlight Shadow, but it's only Marana and an Axe. Noob has BKB. This seems hopeful, but we'll see if they can make it work right as ADZ responds. Lots of magic damage here as they're going to try and focus onto the Nimbus without actually walking into it to tank. And now Noob pops the BKB only to die underneath the tier 2 tower. Fishman. I mean, there's so many other plays that Noob could have made there. Starting with pressing BKB. Now LeBron is going to be taken down here as well.
I love that he BKB'd at the end of the cookie. Oh my god. I love that he BKB'd at the end of the cookie just so they can get a
Wait, this is huge.
Where's the choo-choo now? Oh wait, actually Impale, back wall. He's actually gonna get and turn back with a flat and he's still hitting them despite the Berserker's call. He is going to die, but Lil Pleb dies with him. And they actually got 2 kills off that. That's not too bad for what was a really bad initiation.
That's not too bad for what was a 3v5. Let's call it for what it was. That was a 3v5 fight. And
that was a 3v5.
Using ultimates, and Spider Pig still managed to get 2 heroes out of it. They only lose Gyrocopter, right? Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I am loving this game. I am loving this game. ITV is doing a good effort, particularly Malik. I don't know if this guy has a pay to begin with. Whatever it is, raise it, because he is playing both this game and the Magnus game out of his mind. What a solid performance by him, honestly, both games. And this axe calls are literally saving his team. And because of it, despite the fact that Spectre's dying, honestly, every single fight, she still has farm. Because at least they're getting kills before she dies. And that's really, really important. And there will be a moment when Respect with Blade Mill will just be able to kill your Gyrocopter straight up. So
I mean, you say, you know, he's getting paid because he's getting a lot of kills, and maybe it's the opposite. You know, maybe he's not getting paid. That's why he's like, guys, come on, we did qualify to TI. What are you doing? This is no joke. There's no laughing matter. I'm out here landing these calls, making these plays. I need you guys to back me up. But Spider Pigs, they've been on top of him every now and then, especially, and I think this goes to show this whole point, why they were so eager at shutting down his early game. Look, he's actually gone for the Manta Shard build, so he's got damage. He's almost online here, Avo. Hook shot from Fishman. He's going to try and find a camp there. Unfortunately, it has been farmed. Nice initiation by Dinos. He stops Zeus from getting all the damage in. Cold Embrace to try and keep him alive. Will Pleb, will focus him down. One last Thunderbolt's all it takes. The back wall. Vox, the wall's a little bit late, though, after the vacuum, so they're not going to have the setup they were looking for.
okay, here we go with the arrow. That's not gonna really hit anyone, but for now, again, Phonic is, it's really the battle of the offlaners. These initiations have been on point. Ads now actually has been able to keep his distance, and they actually haven't been able to run at him. DNZ might have to review his role this game, as he might just need to go and attack the Zeus. He's been really doing well at getting those impales, like 2 or 3 man impales, but you just need to get rid of the Zeus. His damage output is insane, and he's the reason why Koma keeps dying. I mean, there's a little rocket there.
This is... Haunt is ready to go. We don't have Thunder God's Wrath. Hook shot's up. It's a hard fight. This is going to be a hard fight for Spider Pigs to take, but Tanner would be a great jump here if they can swing it. There's the vacuum catching him back mid-leap. The impale, though, not in time, will whiff. This time, Fishman on the mark with his defensive hook shot, and is going to be able to escape.
They continue to farm in the enemy jungle. Zeus actually becoming a threat now with the Kaya. He's actually upping his damage, not just his mobility. And they're going to try to go for the Roshan. Spider Pigs with the control of the game, but slowly climb back up as ITB. Currently looking for this necessary victory. What a god. DNC. Look at, we talked about how wholesome his Twitter is and how great a guy he is. I mean, what else do you need as proof? He just tanked the arrow for his teammate. Come on.
Okay, they're going for another play here, Avo. ADZ, keep them at bay. There's Nimbus into the Roche pit. Haunts now with the vacuum to try and counter the Shade. It's going to stop Malik. This time the Impale will find its mark. Koma, though, snatching the Aegis, now going mano-a-mano with Lil Pleb in the Roche pit as the rest of the fight breaking out in the river. Kisses, though, tearing apart ITB as Snoob is going to go ahead and rip open Fishman with the Scatter Blast. It's Lil Pleb, though, who's won the 1v1. There's going to be a dunk, a dieback even onto Dino. And on his second life, Gyro still stuck and killed off by the Nimbus. Couldn't make it outside of the pit.
They're doing it. Once again, Gyro just weak, and in fact, Lil Pleb, they're gonna fight Noob this time. Noob in trouble, Noob with a bubble, but Noob is going to die here as well. And ITB, this chaos they're creating is actually working for them. They didn't get LeBron, and actually, I think it was the Battle Hunger that killed them. Lags from everywhere.
It must be just a server thing.
Lol.
DDoS.
DDoS timing, lol.
Hopefully not. It's definitely not. It's just a brief thing.
All right,
that
well,
was huge. Like, well, hold on. Let's talk about who got what out of that fight, right? Because there's still a cheese that was second Roche. Someone has a shard. It's in the backpack here. Who is this? It's in the backpack of Gyro. So he's got shard. So he still comes out with that one ahead, but losing his second life there immediately is such a big win for ITB.
And now you get back into the game straight up, honestly. I think 2k down, or almost 3k from the Spectres, whatever. You got the basic items, including the Blade Mill, which is crucial this game. Diffusal Blade actually allows you to get kills with some boards. It's looking good for ITB right now. They're actually bringing this game back. And Ads is honestly fully online now. Somehow Malik never came offline. The guy is insane this game.
Yeah, he's been making some great plays. Really chaotic, hectic fight there. I mean, it was everyone except for the cores deciding that they were going to fight outside of Roche and make sure that they were kind of just grappled with one another. That's what that fight really felt like. It was everyone making sure the cores could just 1v1. At the end of the day, Spectre was just too strong for him, especially with the Manta style, rips him apart with Tessellate. And also, on top of Nimbus, that also hurts a bit.
Yep. Yeah, Nimbus has been. I mean, Nimbus was killing the Gyrocopter in the early fights, but now Spectre actually comes online. She can do the rest, right? Once the BKB came on. So the early mistakes by Koma didn't allow him to snowball out of control, and that put him at the mercy now of the Spectre. Like I said, I don't think the core-to-core matchup really does benefit Gyrocopter that much. And now you're getting to the late game, and the late game definitely looking good for ITB, as you need to find a way to deal with the Zeus first, something to interrupt him. You need to find a way to cancel the Axe initiation, which I think Nyx might have considered a Yols as opposed to a 4-step. I mean, either or is useful against Axe, but Yols more so. And you also need a way to kill the Spectre. You have all these three problems and none of the solutions.
And they're really starting to play now. Even this Yule's Avo, I don't think is too great of a solution because Mal's about to finish up Aghanim Scepter. And in fact, it's being fetched to him now in the courier as we speak. So he is fully online for the carry axe build from the off lane, despite how much pressure was applied to him to try and prevent this from happening. Seems like Spider Pigs weren't successful in that regards, and now for the first time, we see them kind of cowering underneath the cover of their towers here. No one daring to show on the map. I think they recognize that this game has taken a dramatic change in the pace from the first 25 minutes, really.
What are we gonna see here?
Dire are scanning.
Spider Pigs doing a pretty decent job right now of recomposing themselves. They want to just get back into the game, not make these mistakes they've been making until now, not be out of position. So at least they're not giving any extra space that needed. I feel like it might be too late to recover, honestly. It might be too late to be able to just now play safely. You gotta make things happen with your team.
Okay, nice.
Noob has just reached level 20 though. Pretty big point for him.
Will Shredder uses attack.
Maybe his build though. Yeah, his build though is not the greatest to take advantage of this talent though. Usually Snapfire start building like this right after the BKB blink, right? The Kai and Sanj kind of set him back in that sense a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's necessarily going to be the sole damage dealer though, right? I don't think he's.
No. But they need it because Gyro's been made out of paper and killed every single fight. So, oh, now he has static. Okay, now he has a solution. Okay, this should be enough to deal with the Spectre. I think there's a fight that you definitely should be taking here.
Smoked up though, or Moonlight Shadow rather from ITB. Still getting used to that new icon. The Spider Pigs are just gonna go right on past each other here. Both teams kind of having the same idea. I don't really like this. I always said something I think was actually kind of brilliant on a cast yesterday during the Liquid game. He was like, just because you know enemies are gonna smoke up and be aggressive doesn't mean you have to give them the whole map. You can smoke and move yourself as well, right? You still need to be looking for plays and opportunities at every single moment. You can't just concede the whole map if the game's winnable, you know, in that sense.
Yeah, actually, Stinger said something to me similar to yesterday. Like, sometimes the smokes are obvious, but it's still the right play. You just gotta do it anyway, just so you can actually at least put pressure. But how about this obvious smoke? They try to kill the Windwiver first. Winter's Curse used on the illusion, I believe, and the Haunt just got her away. And now they're in a pickle here. They just lost the NC, and I don't know if Jericho can survive this. Static has been activated, already used with all the healing he could muster. LeBron has already died. They canceled the DP for Funnick. That was a really scary DP. Noob at least will be able to get out. Funnick will die. And you only have 2 survivors in this team fight, which was very disorganized and definitely favoring ITB.
That's the fight they want. That's the fight ITB wants every single time, right? You scare the crap out of this Wyvern, you haunt in on her. This already throws the fight into disarray for Spider Pigs, because that's not why you pick the Wyvern. Wyvern's supposed to be the one counter-initiating. Fishman then locks down another key target. Spectre just haunting around the fight. No one is there to entertain the Gyro through his you know, satanic shenanigans, and he just doesn't have enough damage right now passively with Flat Cannon. I like this actually. I mean, he's going for it though. He's already leveled a bunch of stats here before even maxing home in Missile. Arrow though is fished for Noob, and it'll find him. Counter's a bit far though, won't be able to capitalize off of it.
Oh, first I got was the flicker because that flick was so small, but not yet. I'm gonna try to find Tanner at least. Difficult. Oh, in fact, the hook shot blocked by DNZ. I don't know if that was on purpose. And Koma at least farms the Nimbus, but taking a fair amount of damage as a result.
Yep, good luck catching me now. I still have leap charges. See you later. E-Blade is going to be the item then for the Marana, by the way. This I thought it was just going to be the Ghost Scepter because she has had to kind of jump in and help the Wyvern, or help get these kills on Wyvern, because she's one of the few heroes with magic damage that can actually get it done. But obviously doesn't want to just feed herself to the Gyrocopter in the process. So the full E-Blade is an interesting choice then for the Marana. Maybe we'll see an Ags if the game develops that late, although I think we'll have a victor by that point.
I mean, It's so useful with the Zeus, right? It also stops the Jericho from killing a valuable target here. Might even save like, the axe in certain situations. The Berserker's Call, in the bottom lane, I think it does.
He did. Whoa.
Yep, it's gonna be the Jericho who actually got caught. But the Miranda alone almost got burst thanks to the E-Blade, by the way. Was forced to use BKB. Tenor will die for this, but it's honestly a pretty good experiment as to how much Gyro lasts. In fact, they have a haunt. They're gonna go in further, looking for the Jericho lead again. Koma's out of BKBs. He's been slowed up with the Diffusal Blade, saved by the Cookie Koma. In the trees, the creeps are actually blocking him. The TP's not gonna succeed. Spectral Dagger kills him. Noob does try to blink away, but instead he gets cogs back in. And he's going to die as well. Verana will totally take that. Tenor just died for 2 incredibly valuable kills.
Not bad.
They go for LeBron next, and LeBron won't survive either. Noob bought back, but I'm not really sure for what. I guess just to defend the base.
I guess. I mean, I guess that's what it would have to be. I mean, because there's just nothing else left to defend. I think he recognizes, guys, this game is going to end if we can't push these lanes out. Oh my goodness, that arrow probably put the fear of God in him. Almost connected him. Luckily, the wagon was there to tank it. Gonna just try and save buyback here. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's gonna to try and save another tier 2 tower. I don't know if we'll be that lucky again, though, as this arrow will not find anything. That was a great fight yet again from ITB. Now that we're kind of starting to trickle into the late game here, Avo, the fights are long enough, cooldowns, or rather the fights are spaced enough apart that the cooldowns come off and are ready to go. You know, there's a haunt in every fight. Ooh, and this is where Spider Pigs need to try and stop this from happening. That's why they're so eager. That's why they use kisses to try and pick up kills here. Not gonna work out. That is hopefully just a regular disconnect.
Oh, guys, I didn't mean to use those kisses. It was just a DC. I misclicked it. Yeah, I didn't do that. I'm sorry.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Little DC, sure.
Well
Maybe we'll be back momentarily, and there we go.
That line
ready.
is so good. That line is useful for so many situations. Most of my games are in ranked are I can't believe what I'm seeing. What just happened? But usually it's my teammates. What just happened? So I think that line is super appropriate, almost always in build.
Oh, that would be
Well, version number 3 is already up, and without kisses, it's gonna find it, or rather, Spider Pigs are gonna find it rather difficult to try and contest this one. Oh.
What does it have? Bags or
Oh, good question. This one, it's got refresher.
refresher? Okay. I would argue that's kind of better for ITV because you want the refresher on the spec and you just get double haunt, honestly. Even refresher on Zeus for double Nimbus, double Thunder God's Wrath. I would say equally as useful, if not more.
We're gonna see Malik. Now they know which one is real. They're gonna rush after him. Moonlight Shadow in time, but Funnick this time finding 2 with the vacuum wall. Fishman in trouble. BKB from Malik can't come out in time. They've chain stunned him and killed him. No buyback either on the axe. Spider Pigs, they could look for Roche right now, and I don't really think without the axe that ITB can bring the fight to them.
That's true. That kill on Malik is huge, man. I'm surprised because he was playing such a clean game, and that kill allows him to take out Roshan. It steals the refresher. This gives you a little bit of a buffer period where at least Gyrocopter's going to be able to tank the fight. And you get double Winter's Curse with this, which might be your choice here.
Yeah, I don't know what else we'd go for reasonably.
LeBron could use one to save himself.
Maybe double vac wall I could see be useful because at this stage curses are actually,
yeah, genuinely, yeah.
kind of difficult to come out anyway. So, well, we've got E-Blade.
Yeah, because they kill your Wyvern.
We've got E-Blade though, so LeBron can look to get these off. Great first item, of course, because no matter how far you stand from the fight and look to blink on in, Spectre's going to be on top of you anyway, and Nimbus will find you. So E-Blade is not the perfect item, of course, because and in fact he's going to change it up. He's just going to go for Aeon Disc. There's no good item here, unfortunately, for LeBron. What he needs is a flicker.
Yeah, but they're not going to give it to him. If it flickers, I guarantee you the Gyrocopter's like, mine. He definitely wants that flicker here. Illusion Escape is okay. The stats are actually kind of decent. You don't have a really good Illusion Escape user, but you can cut lanes with it. You can give it to the Darkseer at some point as well, and the Darkseer can go and use the Illusion for the Iron Shell. And Zeus, by virtue of God, who might just be Gabe and is British, I guess, give him a flicker. I honestly cannot imagine a better item for Zeus.
Yeah, he's going to have this now on top of the Blink Dagger.
I think you might just keep it the whole game.
I agree. I actually,
what is this?
I really genuinely agree.
How is this fair? I mean, don't give him Spell Prism. Seriously, just keep the Flicker. Spell Prism is whatever. Give it to Axe or whomever, or Clockwork, whatever. Zeus, keep the Flicker, please.
I genuinely think that even if this item just gave... It used to give 55 move speed or something ridiculous, by the way, this item. That's when it would blink you in a random direction, and now they've changed it. But I think even if it had like 40, 45 move speed, I still think Zeus takes this neutral item. Oh, he's not.
Oh
Wow,
wow.
this is.
Oh, you greedy.
I mean,
ass.
listen. I mean, if there's a Zeus player that I would trust to make the right decision, it's Ads, right? I mean, this guy's still picking Zeus in this
Look.
meta. Like he's got to know best.
It's not about right or wrong. It's that Ads feels like he can have impact without, like, he's not gonna die. He feels strong enough to not die. And if he feels that way and he wants to play greedy, by all means, right? There's no right or wrong. It's just about the confidence in yourself. And I like to see a Zeus pop. So let's go. Kill the Nyx first. The Nimbus. There's a Haunt. Use one just to kill DNC, but they get something else out of this. Fairness can be Sonic. That was easy to kill as well. And it just seems like Spider Pigs cannot take these fights whatsoever, honestly. You're gonna lose LeBron as well. It's just a freebie every single time for ITB.
Yeah, that's the noise of the feed train heading up into the triangle here. I mean, my goodness, just 3 heroes melted.
Yeah.
They just melted. Funnick couldn't even get off a darn vacuum. That's how fast he went down. Dinos does not have buyback. He's bought out, actually, for the Aghanim Scepter. Didn't get the chance to use it. I think the team fight right now is just a... Wait, did they actually...
Radiant's middle
Oh, they got baited. They got baited by Illusionist Cape, I'm pretty sure. Pretty big.
Yep. Was that
Radiant's
the
middle
Axe?
tower
Yeah.
has fallen.
I mean, it's just a Shadow Step. It's not that.
Pretty big. We got what?
You can't defend this, though. I mean, your push is super slow, but you can stay here forever. Oh, never mind. Your push is not slow at all. Oh, this Axe. Oh, Lord.
He's got AC.
Radiant's middle
It's the
tower
Assault
has
Cuirass, huh?
fallen.
Compared to the Scotty we saw earlier today.
Alright, well, you can take another lane of Rax, or one lane of Rax at least, hopefully. Oh, they're gonna play this game. Okay, fair enough. You're still fighting as a Jarkon that particularly has the Aegis.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. Very true. A bit of a scary time.
They should be strong.
And actually, this is kind of what I was about to say. It's that ITB, so long as they just let Spider Pigs come to them, I think their team fight's too strong. It's like... Maybe Alliance, like we casted a couple Alliance games in the ESL One Summer event where like they looked unbeatable. Like it looked like they were pausing the game and then issuing commands as they saw fit. Like they were just moving around in fights perfectly in that regard. And that's what you would have to do here to fight into ITB. Because they just have way too many people that are going to interrupt the way you want to take fights. Haunt is a game changer. Zeus is going to be super annoying, especially with Nimbus. Axe can just solo kill someone now with the amount of damage he has. And that's without even mentioning the Clockwork, who's now got Ag Scepter, by the way. So, I mean, like, I think maybe Spider Pigs, it's really awkward, but they got to let the fight come to them. And even then, as soon as Haunt's ready to go, I think ITB are going to be itching for a fight. I don't know, man. These fights are looking impossible for Spider Pigs.
Yeah, they really are, honestly. I don't know how they can take these team fights around. Maybe it's a point where like Snapfire is so strong that you can just recover with that. Like you get the little shredder multiplier, or the multi-shot rather, and then you just burst down the whole enemy team, and that's your idea. With a Blink Dagger, you can actually just jump onto the Zeus and kill him first, and then you lose half the damage in the team fight for ITB. There's still chances like that, but I do agree these team fights are looking really hard for them. And Winter Wyvern next look dead.
They know where Dino is.
Yep.
They know, yep.
Fishman's like, should I hook shot or? Oh, the arrow for. They're gonna miss the arrow. They know. They use Haunt. Shadow Step.
Whoa.
Not Haunt, right?
That was a Shadow Step, yep. Cooldown. That's Aegis expired. Oh man, I think Spider Pigs, they gotta get out of here, man.
They're gonna go in. Coma, what are you doing? Well, a Haunt immediately. With Coma they go, or maybe with the Wyvern. They use the Winter's Curse this time, and kill Dino, or try their best to do so. Eagle's actually standing.
Noob is dead.
And all that has been used, not gonna do anything, as Noob is gonna die first. As the Impale does get to, the Instinct dies at the same time, but with a wall replica, they're able to turn this around, and in fact, kill the Pleb and Fishman in the process. Coma might be a bit too strong, and they... Sorry, he's not a bit too strong, but they underestimated him, and they left him for last. Without the Haunt, you're not that powerful. Trying to burst him down here, Ads still has the damage, but Coma's getting after him. There's no flicker. Coma gonna heal back up with Satanic, and Ads, they regretting going for the more aggressive choice as they now find Tanner. All the Brits are dead, and it's only an Axe left. Vacuum will miss here, and the TP will complete.
Oh, that was a close fight. That was a close fight. Man, that was just literally all gyrocopter. I was like, no, that was a Vac Wall. Vac Wall did things there, and Vac Wall did things. It was there to help hold everyone down so that Coma could just smack the ever-living crap out of them. My goodness, he was doing so much damage in that fight, Avo. After he lost Aegis, I was perplexed. I thought he was going to get absolutely torn apart, but fight didn't really break down the way that ITV were hoping for. Now they're actually going to have to use a couple of buybacks. This is... What?
Okay, bye-bye. What the fuck
What,
were we talking
bruh?
about? Richie, what? Were we even, what? What you want, mate? Stop the spray! Drop the spray! What is this? This is the least British reaction I've ever seen. Where's the spray?
What was that?
Where's the beer?
3,300 damage in like 3 seconds. I don't think even Flicker saves you there. That's when you know something's really busted. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I think Malik is the true carry. He has been the whole game as well. Like, the thing is, Malik created his own space. He's initiating his own team fight. This is a self-made man I've ever seen.
And again,
I'm sure this man was a Thatcher fan.
this is the guy. He's got 12, 5, and 7. 4 of these deaths were in the super early game. Look, now little plebs on the way on in. They're going to get counter-initiated on a great
never
curse.
mind.
Okay, Funix got a refresher. He's going to back wall again. He set up the X. That's going to mark the spot. Another vacuum to pull him in. Noob's alive now, looking for the damage on the Malik. He had the kisses, but the BKB was too fast now out from Malik. Getting forced back and under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow, they will be able to retreat. That was looking real bad for them yet again for another couple of seconds.
I love that they're like, I think I figured out, guys. If we don't go in the Nimbus, we don't die. It's like, oh my god, genius, just attack him from outside. But then they're lacking the damage as they can't quite walk in. And we need Snap to really bring that damage, the extra damage in, because they can't kill Noob. We've seen in the last fight, they cannot go for Noob and for Coma at the same time. They gotta choose one of the two, right? Unless Axe just jumps.
Unless Axe just...
Oh, we're seeing Silver Edge. We're gonna see it.
Okay.
I'd love to see this. This is the chance they have, actually.
You think Spider Pigs were like, we'll just, we'll have some fun and then we'll build Silver Edge eventually at 46 minutes and win the game? Because I think that's maybe how this is going to play out.
I mean, maybe the Silver Edge is enough to win the game, but you have to avoid the Axe. I mean, if you hit him with Silver Edge, it's pretty good. There they go. Thunder God's Wrath is hot with Shadow Step, I believe. No, hot. Okay, Thunder God's Wrath a second time. The supports are dead. That's okay. They always die anyway. They find the Darkseer. That's much more concerning. Darkseer is going to fall.
Doesn't have buyback. Does not have buyback. Drops the gem. Now we really need this to do a lot of work. Roche 4 is up. Does it have Ags? Does it have Refresher? It's got both. It's got both. And all the fans wanted to know, what does Roshan have? He's got everything now, guys. Except for that Aghanim shard. Doesn't have that. And, I think this is going to be Spider Pigs really just unable to contest this one. ITB are going to be a bit too strong.
Yeah, without the Archsphere, it's impossible. I mean, they're trying, though. They're smoking.
They can't get here fast enough. Not a chance.
Smoke's too late.
Not a chance here. Gonna have to just wait for high ground. They really need double vac wall. It's a lot of their team fight basically is this vac wall into a curse, but again it falls apart so quickly. Now we finally have Aeon Disc though. It's been completed on the Wyvern, ready to be assembled here, of course, with the unlocking trick. In case you're not doing this, get on this train. Makes the item a lot better, just to make sure that Zeus doesn't ulti and then you lose your Aeon. 25 talent now.
Zeus, I'm assuming, who got given the refresher?
Shadows.
She's had it. Who has the refresher?
Who has the refresher chart? Good question. Who's got everything?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Zeus. With a refresher orb as well.
That makes sense. Yeah. At this point, why do you care about the double haunt? You really just want more Nimbuses.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sure, yeah. No, I understand what you're putting down here. It's got a coma. It's got plenty of damage, but I believe he'll actually be able to get any of this damage out before he's just immediately jumped. I mean, if we wait this long, we got Haunt back up in 32 seconds. Tanner, on the fishing team in high school here, fishing for these arrows.
It really is Malik. Like, Malik is the one that's gonna kill you. I don't think Spectre's a carry any longer. Malik took the title away.
Ginormous wave down bottom. I mean, we're still in it. We almost have Divine Rapier for Noob. That's some pretty ridiculous damage, especially if they can actually break him. Okay, or they might just get a free kill. The Cookie's not going to get him out of trouble, and he's going to get the BKB up before the hook shot. The little pleb just bouncing around the fights, pulled back by the vacuum. They eventually find the real one. BKB's going to wear off, though. Call out from Funix is going to find him. Thunder God's Wrath, everything. The Winter's Curse to try and save him. It's actually, that's going to be now, the Clockwork's so excited to hit his axe. He actually hook shots on in. There's the 3 times attack we're looking for. Not a lot of damage, but they're at least on top of ADZ. He will be cut down with the critical strike. Fishman's able to escape. Coma's still alive. This game does not yet have, I would say, a concrete leader.
A winner or... Yeah, I agree. But that was a huge win though for Spider Pigzs. That kill on ADZ was important. ADZ, sorry, to respect the British
Thank you. Yeah.
Radiant's
that
bottom
was very, very
tower is under
important.
attack.
Because you got rid of the main source of damage in the mid team. He's dead for 80 seconds. It's enough for you to push at least one objective, perhaps. What other choices do you have? You have your Gyrocopter's looking a bit strong. That's Satanic. Now that he's wizened up to the fact that they can burst him so quickly, it seems like Coma is playing much more around it. And I would argue that also LeBron is doing a really good job ever since he got the Ghost Scepter of just getting those Winter Curses just to save Gyrocopter. Like, he's no longer looking for the good Winter Curse, he's just looking for a Winter Curse that's enough to save Gyrocopter. Cold Embrace will do nothing to save him, so you might as well just Winter Curse him to make sure he lives. And if Coma can live the fight, then your fight actually becomes easy. Oh no, PNC got caught out here. But botting it again with a vacuum. There's no wall armor this time, but they do have an Impale. They didn't time him properly, but they will get the axe. They feel like with a call down, and it's gonna be a dead Malik. Oh lord, the little Shredder's doing a number on them. Malik can actually go and push some towers here.
That was him showing off that freshly delivered Aegis, man. He was so excited for that. A second buyback, not from the Clockwork. That'll get Spider Pigzs off the high ground. That is just the shadow step, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't have Haunch for another 30 seconds. Still with Aegis now in Little Pleb. Is that going to be enough for them to go back in on this? Dino's through the Impale, expecting Malik to run at him. Don't oblige him, though. More damage being dealt as the cog set up. Coma, though, the back wall now with 2 replica walls. As Malik is going to be able to... Oh, no, not quite. The Winter's Curse in time, but Malik is still going to drop to the Nimbus. In the meantime, Coma still fighting versus Little Pleb. Is actually winning the 1v1, but that's only the first life here. And this is the true carry. Malik's on top, but he's been broken. He can't spin up.
He's
and
broken.
He's dead. The Shadow Blur, the Silver Edge, doing work, but not versus the hero we expected it to. Coma, though, struck by the arrow, healed up a bit more. That's now the haunt proper. LeBron has nothing against this, as he will finally drop a second E-Blade onto Coma. Satanic not yet ready to go, but they can't even kill him. Out comes another Nimbus, and finally they've taken down the raid boss. Little Pleb can finally get to work, finds the bash onto Funnick, and he's going to be looking for the kill. 4 dead, a dieback on Spider Pigzs, and I think we might just have a game 3 on our hands.
We might just. Gyrocopter has buyback, but that's it. So I don't know. I think you don't have the most greatest push because you do on your assault quest on the axe. Honestly, he's your carry really this game. Spectre doesn't push at all. There's the immediate buyback from Gyrocopter. They're working so hard to save Coma these fights though. Like I gotta give them so much credit to all of Spider Pigzs this game because they've been doing an impressive job of keeping Coma alive. It's to the point that I would even consider giving him some sort of refresher, or not a refresher, but like a spell prism or whatever to get more Satanics off of the fight, because I think that's what's
well, you know what he's got coming now for this big fight, Avo. It's the big one. It's the big iron. The big iron on his hip now. It's Gyrocopter. Warrior.
Alright.
He's going to be able to deliver the Divine Range.
Watch him killing himself against the Blade Mill now.
What Blade Mail?
Oh no, it's gone. It's gone. We're fine. We're fine. Never mind. Yeah, it's true. You're good. You're good, Gyrocopter. Let's go in. Silver Edge. Kill the Spectre. This is your
You know they're
tactic.
smoked.
Like, I can't see anyone. There's an obvious smoke. Noob backs off. Noob could be in trouble. Actually, I think maybe just to be safe. Dude, you're Raxed.
It's okay.
Noob.
They still have a bottom lane.
Noob, you're
They have a
Raxed.
full bottom lane. They can let this one go. You've got...
Oh, it's easier to defend if it's only one lane to Raxed.
Wow. That...
Okay, that's an obvious rapier.
Yep.
That's an obvious rapier.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, this game got... I mean, what, tier 6s now?
That
Tier
moment.
5s? I mean, this is going to be Roche number 5, I believe, here about to respawn in up to 2 minutes. They did get rid of that Aegis. It was going to time out soon. Okay, Little Pleb. Caught once. Okay, Little Pleb. Can we capitalize off this? Coma's a bit slow because he doesn't have boots. Half HP, man, just from the kisses alone, but unfortunately, they're not going to be able to get anything off of that nice little Impale play.
No. They know that they can't really make a single misplay hero. They just die. They can't lose. At least not one of the 3 important heroes. Funnick dying in that fight was so crucial too. Like if the Winter's Curse had worked out, they might have been able to actually save
Okay,
him.
wait. There's a
Those
butterfly.
vacuums have
There's a
been-
butterfly on Spectre now. I don't know if Coma can hit her.
Okay. Oh no. No more True Strike on Rapier. What are you gonna do now, Coma?
What are you going to do?
Does Noob have an MKB?
Noob does
No,
not have an
I don't think
MKB.
so.
He doesn't know either. He's also going for Rapier. And he's got gold for
Alright,
it.
guys. It's gotten to the point that MKBs are pointless. You just gotta pray to RNGs, right?
I
You
think
just better not
so.
get missed.
I think
That's
so.
it.
And this
That's
is the
it,
thing.
okay.
This is the thing, Avo. Once again, Ice Frog, if you're out there, we need to buff Bloodthorn. This is why Bloodthorn should exist. It should exist for reasons like this. But it just can't, because the item's so bad. You just manta it off and there it goes. What's the point?
Yeah. Or even BKB or any sort of like now Satanic actually has a dispel. It feels so stupid to buy Bloodborne. I agree. We did cast the game with Magnus Pop Bloodthorn though, didn't we?
We did.
Right.
We did.
It was pretty good.
We did. That game I think was won for other reasons, but you're right. It was purchased once. You're absolutely correct. I don't know, I just feel like if there's an off-lane Broodmother that's going to go first item Orchid, I feel like the item Bloodthorn should have a standing where we could go, oh, but what about the Bloodthorn threat? Right now, if you're like, oh, if you build Bloodthorn, you're going to lose the game, right? Like, come on. Bracket time is over. Well.
Oh. Okay.
And now we don't have him.
From the admin, by the way. What I appreciate from the admin is that he actually did force the reconnecting. Like, this is kudos to PGL for this. No. Like the unpausing. Yeah. Like, if you put a decision in Spider Pig's hands, I bet you that Spider Pigs would choose to wait, but they don't get that choice, which is what an admin should do. So kudos for that. Really, on point. Good decision making.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. No, don't worry. I take blame. You know, March. No March plays here. This is what I mean. It's true. We need it. The games I don't want. Yes, it's the last game of the day. You know, yes, we're all gonna go to bed after this, but we got to be fair to the other series and further disconnects down the line. Hopefully, we can get reconnected here. Haunts in. They're going for it now, though. Actually, Koma, he's got Rapier, but they're onto LeBron. He's already dead. Malik, though, is so whoever's controlling him. Oh no,
Shredder Rapier! Little Shredder Rapier!
Rapier's so much damage, and now Noob, he's got one too! ITB, they've just melted! One by one they fall. ADZ, he's going to be able to make it out, thankfully. Whew, didn't expect ITB to get right down to business there.
Impressive. Well done. That was, I mean, on one hand, yeah, it seems a bit unfair. Obviously, your access is disconnected. Like, this is the worst way to lose for ITB. Yeah. But on the other hand, I feel like that team fight, Spider Pigs took advantage of the pause for sure.
Yeah, well played to Spider Pigs. But, I mean, it's not over for them yet. Double Rapier, though, as we can see Snapfire and Gyra both. They've managed to escort the creep wave here. We've got buyback on the Spectre, but no Haunt, no buyback here on the Clockwork. And Axe, unfortunately, I don't think you can buy back on teammates who you're controlling, as I recall. So he's going to be out of this one here for the next 50 seconds, even if he had buyback. He doesn't, by the way, 2 minutes. I'm surprised we're going for tier 3s because we still have a tier 2 bottom that needs to be pushed if we want megas. Maybe this is just a play to make some extra space and time. But ADZ, he's been found, located. Homing missiles on the way. Vacuum to keep him locked down. Oh, the 1600 crit. 3k damage done and 2 little Shredder procs there by Noob. ADZ's got buyback. He's going to have to use it now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think ITB unfortunately is out without someone controlling. Like, he had to make such clutch initiation as well. It's not like a game where you could genuinely control them and win with it. It was too difficult. It's too in the lane.
Was it Nemiga?
So much. This is why they lost.
Nemiga won a 5v4 game
Nemiga did this
in Eastern Europe.
But Nemiga could do it because it was an easier game. It was much earlier as well in the brackets. Like, it wasn't as tough.
We're on round 3 here already. Roshan numero 5 ready to go now. Back for all the Roshan stands in chat. Guess what? Everything once again up for grabs. As Spider Pigs will only claim the second lane of creeps. Seems to me, Avo, like we are in for a game for some tier 5 neutral items.
Yep. You've taken 2 lanes of Rax, so I guess slight advantage only for them. Hopefully Axe can reconnect, man. He's trying his best.
Minutes.
They're gonna have to control him. Fishman. It's going to be so difficult without him, man. You need your initiator. Like, it's not a hero you can lose. Fishman. Okay, the hook shot's trying to get away. Activates the BKB. He's going to be fine.
Not BKB.
Wait, not BKB. The Minotaur.
No, Magic Immune inside Cogs is a talent.
Oh,
yeah, no worries. No worries. How often do we see clock 25? Don't worry. Yeah, what?
Right, exactly. Okay, that's
wait,
saved
wait,
whoa. Good job. Even good overclock there.
Is he back? I can't tell. He's back.
Oh, he is. He's back. He's back. All right, there's a chance. ITB can do this.
This is okay. Holy moly. Okay, it's still a game. I mean, we didn't get megas. Spider Pigs legitimately could have ended the game. Like, I think that's not a controversial thing to say. They could have ended. They could have just ran down mid. Spectre didn't have ulti. You didn't have buyback on your Axe or your Clockwork, and instead they took top lane of Barracks. I think when they look at the replay and take a look at how much damage they were doing, it very easily could have ended the game right there. Just run it straight down mid. They chose not to, for whatever reason. Maybe it's for the safety. They go back now. It still behooves them. We have Roshan number 5, age number 5 anyway, ready for the gyrocopter. And we're about to farm up these neutral items by the looks of things. Unbelievable though, ITB, it's so hard to measure these things though. Oh, LeBron. Oh, he's not going to check. It's so hard to get a feel for these things, though, because of the disconnect. That ward was placed well before the disconnect. That happened like 20 minutes ago, that ward was placed down. No recollection of time. You lose this natural rhythm of the game, so they smoke right underneath the ward. TB, they're going to hold their own ground. I mean, they knew about it.
They detected this.
Yeah, they knew about it anyway.
You're fighting here against 2 rapiers now, though, by the way. We saw the power of the noob rapier earlier. The butterfly can still be born with what we were talking about earlier. Spike carpets for the Knicks, that stuns the clockwork, but they have no way to initiate. Oh, they had a chance there with the Winter's Curse. Instead, it's actually a Winter Wyvern out of position. They're able to punish LeBron, has a Ghost Scepter. But, on top of Berserker's Call, there's an Nimbus, that's LeBron down. Without him, you actually might be in a pickle. They go in, the Battle Hunger. The Axe is trying to finish off the next assassin. Vertical wall, DNC will fall. There's the vacuum, only cashing ads, and ads actually jumping away thanks to the shard. Mortimer's is not doing enough. Phonic using the refresher just to be able to stop ads with a cookie. They actually finish off the Zeus, and now it's their turn to go for the Spectre next. For Malik came in just to die. ITB will lose 3. Immediately pop back. Tanner tried to come back in, and they will get the kill on Noob. That's 1 Rapier on the floor. The Jarcover still has the Aegis, but you've killed everyone around him. He's gonna revive. What can he do alone? Apparently not much. They push him with the Cox. Nimbus burst them down, and that's 2 Rapiers going the way of British ITB.
I can't believe it, but it might be coming home. It might be coming home at least for Game 3. What a hold from ITB. Once again, I mean, again, it feels so long. And in fact, I said it so long ago, probably like the last time I said this was 30 minutes ago, so I'll say it again. These team fights are impossible for Spider Pigs. If you cannot initiate on a curse, if you cannot initiate with a great vac wall, ITB are just going to run you down. That we do have enough money, not for buyback though, or not for buyback and or backup Rapier. It's double Rapier right now on the Spectre, saying, heck yeah, I'm the carry now. What are you going to do about it, Malik? And ITB, they're just going to run it down mid here. I don't know. I don't really think Spider Pigs can defend here. Noob is alive, but he doesn't have Rapier anymore. Only a Daedalus and another Crystallis. SNY then is going to be the last item to be bought out for the Gyrocopter. Can't retrieve really anything else. Even his courier is going to be picked off just in case it had a Rapier on it. It didn't.
It did not. Now the tier 4s are going to fall. They had no buyback on the supports here. Coma didn't buy back. Actually, use the refresher shard for what?
I'm not sure. I think this is just the game. Hookshot is going to hit
hook shot.
Funnick. He's going to get the vacuum off once.
That's going to be the game.
Everyone's BKB. They just hit throne. That's it. That is it.
Up the Knights, dude. Amazing, honestly. Just congratulations, ITV did it. They managed to bring back this game. I did think they had a better traveling into this late game, but they had to play exceptionally well. I think Malik really showed up this game. It was unfortunately disconnected, but he came back through, and in the end, into the bridge is capable of taking the 2nd game of the series. But if they wanted to come home, or even to have a chance for it to come home, they need to take the 3rd game as well, as Spider Pigs won the 1st game of this series. Will they be able to do it? I don't know.
We'll see. Only time will tell if it'll be coming home or if it'll be into the breach, falling here in the 3rd round. You guys are watching the TI10 Western European closed qualifiers with SeekNStrike and Avo Plus. 1 hour game plus a 20-minute pause. Well, we can still have a Game 3 for you guys coming right up, so stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break.